You feel it mostly at night, that strange chill in your hands, the icy numbness in your feet. It doesn't matter if the room is warm or if you're under thick blankets. Your fingers stay cold, your toes feel distant. At first you brush it off. Maybe it's just the weather, you tell yourself, but deep down something feels off. Because it's not just the cold, it's the silence, the slow, creeping numbness that seems to grow each month. What no one tells you is this: cold hands and feet after 60 aren't just an annoyance, they're a warning. A quiet signal that your circulation, the system that delivers oxygen and warmth through your body, is breaking down quietly. The truth is, circulation doesn't collapse overnight. It fades in the background, barely noticeable at first. Your blood vessels narrow, your arteries stiffen, and the warm, rich blood that once reached your fingertips now struggles to make it there. What used to be a simple task for your heart, pumping life into your extremities, becomes a daily battle. And while you might feel just a bit colder than usual, your body is already waving a red flag. Because beneath the surface, tissues are starving, cells are suffocating, and if nothing changes, it only gets worse. Ulcers that won't heal, infections that spread too easily, and in the most extreme cases, limbs that no longer receive enough blood to survive. But don't let fear take over, because this isn't a death sentence. It's a message, a chance to act. You see, nature isn't cruel. It gives us signs, and it also gives us solutions. There are certain fruits, simple, natural, and scientifically backed, that can help restore circulation, nourish your blood vessels, and bring warmth back to your fingers and toes. These aren't exotic superfoods. They're everyday fruits, often overlooked, that contain powerful compounds designed to protect your veins, reduce inflammation, and improve blood flow naturally. The right combination can do more than just warm your hands. It can restore your energy, mobility, and peace of mind. What's shocking is that while some fruits can heal, others, ones you've likely been eating for years, might be quietly making things worse, causing inflammation, thickening your blood, narrowing your arteries even more. So, as you watch this, know this: by the end, you'll learn exactly which fruits to avoid and which to embrace. You'll discover why your morning choices matter, what mistake most people make after age 60, and why your circulation might depend on just one missing nutrient. And above all, you'll see how simple it can be to reclaim your warmth, vitality, and independence, one fruit at a time. Imagine holding a fruit that doesn't just taste sweet, but actually warms your fingers from the inside out. It sounds impossible, right? But for decades, one particular fruit has been used in traditional medicine to treat what modern doctors now recognize as microcirculatory failure, the slow decline of blood reaching your hands, feet, and brain. This isn't folklore, it's backed by real studies, and its secret lies in a powerful compound, hesperidin, found abundantly in a specific tropical fruit, the orange. Hesperidin is a bioflavonoid. To put it simply, it's a plant-based molecule that helps your blood vessels relax, expand, and allow more blood to pass through. When blood flows freely, warmth returns, numbness fades, your cells get the oxygen they've been craving. But here's the problem: most people eat oranges the wrong way. They peel the fruit, toss away the pith, that white spongy layer between the skin and the juicy flesh, and unknowingly discard most of the hesperidin with it. Science is clear. Hesperidin is concentrated in the pith and peel, not in the juice. In fact, orange juice, the kind sold in supermarkets, is stripped of almost everything your body actually needs for circulation. What's left is sugar. Sweet, addictive sugar that spikes your insulin, thickens your blood, and, ironically, makes your circulation worse. So what's the right way? Eat the whole fruit, not juice, not concentrate, whole. That includes the pith. Even better, pair your orange with a few slices of lemon or grapefruit, which contain other compounds like rutin and naringin, both known to support capillary health and reduce inflammation in aging vessels. Think of it like a natural symphony. One fruit starts the process, but the combination enhances the effect. Now, imagine this. You wake up, walk to the kitchen, and instead of pouring a glass of juice, you eat a fresh orange with a bit of lemon. On the side, within weeks, your fingers begin to tingle less. Your toes feel less stiff. That constant chill that haunted your evenings, it begins to fade. Not because of magic, because of circulation, finally restored. But be careful, not every citrus fruit is created equal. Some have been bred for sweetness and beauty, not for healing. The ones with the deepest color and firm texture tend to have the highest levels of bioflavonoids, and if you want to amplify the effect, sprinkle a pinch of cayenne pepper on top, just a little. Capsaicin, the compound in peppers, further stimulates blood flow and raises internal body temperature safely. And here's something most people never hear from their doctor. Food doesn't just feed you. It communicates with your blood, your nerves, your muscles. When chosen correctly, it rewires your system, starting with the tips of your fingers. So don't skip the next section, because the next fruit, it's even more common. You probably have it in your kitchen right now, and it might be doing more harm than good. You've been told it's healthy, that it's packed with antioxidants, that a handful a day keeps your body young. But for millions over 60, this fruit, small, dark, and delicious, might be doing the exact opposite, because behind its sweet flavor hides a dangerous truth. For aging arteries and fragile circulation, this common snack can quietly make everything worse. We're talking about grapes. Yes, grapes. Red, green, seedless, organic, doesn't matter. They may look innocent, but their sugar content is far from harmless. 1 cup of grapes contains over 23 grams of natural sugar. And while natural sounds comforting, sugar is sugar to your bloodstream. When you eat grapes, especially alone as a snack, that sugar rush enters your blood fast. It causes a spike in insulin, thickens the blood slightly, and most importantly, stresses your capillaries. Repeated sugar surges damage the delicate endothelial lining, the inside surface of your blood vessels, making them less elastic, more inflamed, and slower to respond to your body's needs. Now imagine what that means for your hands and feet. When your body's circulation is already weakened, the vessels in your extremities are the first to suffer. They're the farthest from your heart, and they depend on flexible arteries and clean blood to stay warm and functional. Sugar, even from fruit, reduces that flexibility and encourages low-grade inflammation. Over time, this weakens your body's ability to push blood into your fingertips and toes, resulting in that constant cold sensation, numbness, or even sharp nerve pain. But there's another layer of danger: fructose. Unlike glucose, which your body uses for energy, fructose is processed almost entirely by your liver. When you consume too much, like in a bowl of grapes or raisins, your liver gets overwhelmed. It turns that excess into fat, including visceral fat around your organs, and alarmingly, around your heart. Visceral fat increases inflammation throughout your system, tightening your arteries further and putting even more pressure on your already stressed circulation. This doesn't mean you must avoid grapes forever, but you need to be strategic. If you're already experiencing signs of poor circulation, cold hands, slow healing wounds, nighttime cramps, grapes are not your friend. Not now. And here's the twist. The same grapes that block your blood flow can be used differently. If you must eat them, pair them with high-fiber foods like chia seeds or a handful of walnuts. The fiber slows sugar absorption, protecting your vessels from sudden spikes. Or better yet, swap grapes for berries, especially blackberries or blueberries. These are lower in sugar, higher in anthocyanins, and proven to support capillary repair and nitric oxide production, which opens up your blood vessels naturally. Now pause. Ask yourself, how often do you snack on fruit thinking it's healthy? How often do you eat without thinking about what your blood actually needs? Because in the next section, you'll discover the one fruit, small, red, and overlooked, that ancient Eastern cultures have used for centuries to warm the body, protect the heart, and restore sensation to cold, lifeless fingers. Tucked away in the mountains of China and Korea, there's a fruit so small and vibrant that for centuries it's been considered a symbol of life energy, not for its sweetness, not for its taste, but for its ability to restore warmth, awaken circulation, and bring color back to pale, cold skin. It's not sold in flashy packages. It doesn't appear in modern diet fads, but it has quietly powered the blood of monks, elders, and warriors for generations. That fruit is the goji berry. At first glance, goji berries don't look like much. Tiny, red, slightly wrinkled, they resemble dried raisins, only brighter. But what's hidden inside is what makes them exceptional. Rich in anthocyanins, zeaxanthin, and iron, goji berries are circulation enhancers on multiple levels. They support blood oxygenation, reduce inflammation in blood vessels, and most importantly, improve vasodilation, the widening of blood vessels, which is critical for warming cold extremities. Here's what modern science confirms. In several Studies goji berries have been shown to increase nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is a natural compound your body creates to help relax and expand blood vessels, improving the flow of oxygen-rich blood to every part of your body. When nitric oxide levels rise, blood flows better, and those frozen fingers and tingling toes, they begin to thaw. But it doesn't stop there. Goji berries are also high in vitamin A, a key nutrient for repairing damaged blood vessels and supporting nerve function. That's why people with cold hands often don't just feel cold, they feel numb or disconnected. The nerves at the tips of your fingers aren't getting what they need. Goji berries deliver both circulation and neural nourishment. Still, not all goji berries are equal. Most on-store shelves are processed, sweetened, or stripped of their original compounds. Look for sun-dried, unsweetened varieties, preferably organic. A small handful in the morning, soaked in warm water or added to herbal tea, is enough to begin reactivating your blood flow. Within weeks, many seniors report warmer skin, fewer night cramps, and improved clarity in their hands and legs. Imagine this: your fingers no longer stiff and pale, but strong, pink, and alive. Imagine tying your shoes or buttoning a shirt without that subtle tremor in your fingertips. Goji berries won't make you young, but they can help restore a kind of vitality that feels young, the kind that comes from blood that moves freely and nourishes you deeply. And here's a powerful image to hold. In ancient Chinese medicine, goji berries weren't given for taste. They were prescribed as tonics for the blood, a symbol of flow, renewal, and balance. The kind of balance your body is likely craving now more than ever. But be careful, because what you eat next could undo that balance in seconds. In the next section, we'll look at a common breakfast habit, one you've likely done for decades. That's quietly chilling your circulation from the inside out, and the one fruit that can flip that script completely. You wake up, stretch your legs, walk to the kitchen. You've done this for years, maybe decades. You prepare your usual breakfast, a slice of toast, a coffee, maybe a banana. It feels simple, healthy, easy on the stomach, but there's a hidden cost in that comfort, because this exact routine, especially the way most people consume bananas in the morning, could be silently slowing your circulation every single day. Let's start with the banana, a fruit praised for its potassium and simplicity. But what most people don't realize is this: when eaten alone, especially first thing in the morning, bananas cause a sharp blood sugar spike. Yes, even though they're natural. This is particularly true for overripe bananas, the ones with brown spots, soft texture, and ultra-sweet taste. These bananas have more simple sugars and less resistant starch. The sugar hits your system quickly, raising insulin levels, which in turn thickens your blood slightly and triggers an inflammatory response. Your vessels tighten, your energy crashes, your hands go cold, and now think about what comes right after: the caffeine, your warm coffee. While it gives you that quick boost, caffeine is a vasoconstrictor. It narrows your blood vessels, particularly when consumed without hydration. So instead of waking up your circulation, you're dehydrating your cells, tightening your capillaries, and layering sugar on top of stress. It's no wonder so many people over 60 feel foggy and chilled in the morning. It's not just aging, it's habit. But now, let's flip the script. Because one fruit, often ignored, tart, and misunderstood, could reverse this entire process: the pomegranate. Pomegranate is one of the most powerful fruits on earth for vascular health. Its bright red seeds are filled with polyphenols, especially punicate-lagen, which supports endothelial function, the health of your inner blood vessel walls. In a landmark study, adults who drank a small amount of pomegranate extract daily showed significantly improved blood flow, reduced arterial plaque, and better oxygen delivery to their muscles and extremities. But here's the trick: the benefits come not from the juice, but from the whole seed, fiber, pulp, and all. When you eat pomegranate seeds in the morning, instead of a banana or juice, you get a slow, steady release of sugars paired with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. This combination supports nitric oxide, improves vessel flexibility, and warms your hands naturally, not temporarily, but sustainably. Over time, this means less numbness, less stiffness, and better circulation to the parts of your body you've long stopped expecting to feel alive. So try this tomorrow. Skip the banana. Hydrate first, then eat a small bowl of pomegranate seeds with a few almonds or walnuts. You'll feel it by the third or fourth day, not just in your fingers, but in your mind. Clearer, lighter, more present. You see, what you do in the first hour of your day doesn't just affect your mood. It shapes your circulatory rhythm, and once that rhythm improves, the body follows. Energy returns, warmth flows, and confidence, the kind that comes from moving without pain, begins to grow again. But don't celebrate just yet, because the fruit coming next, it's green, fuzzy, and often pushed to the side, but inside, it carries the forgotten key to firmness, mobility, and strong blood vessels. And science says it might be exactly what your legs need right now. You've seen it 1,000 times, sitting quietly in the fruit aisle, small, fuzzy, forgettable. Most people pass right by it, unaware that inside this overlooked fruit lies one of the most powerful keys to restoring blood flow, leg firmness, and warmth to aging hands and feet. The kiwi may not grab your attention like a bright red apple or a heavy bunch of bananas, but for someone over 60, it's one of the most therapeutic fruits you can eat, and science is finally catching up to what Eastern nutritionists have known for generations. Beneath that fuzzy brown skin is a vibrant green interior packed with compounds your blood vessels crave. Kiwi is incredibly rich in vitamin C, potassium, magnesium, and most importantly, vitamin K1, a combination that supports vascular elasticity, prevents calcium buildup in your arteries, and gently improves blood viscosity. But here's the part no one tells you. Kiwi is one of the few fruits clinically shown to reduce platelet aggregation. That is, it keeps your blood from getting sticky and thick. In aging adults, that stickiness is what slows circulation to your hands, feet, brain, and legs. It's what turns warmth into numbness, clarity into fog, strength into trembling. And this goes deeper, because circulation isn't just about blood, it's about muscle. After 60, many people notice their legs feel soft, unstable, or tired, even after a short walk. That's not just aging. That's a sign that blood isn't reaching the deeper muscle fibers that once gave your body power and balance. The magnesium and potassium in kiwi help restore the electrolyte balance inside your muscle cells, reactivating the nerve signals that control strength, stability, and reaction time. In short, kiwi helps your legs come back to life. But there's a mistake most people make. They peel the kiwi. That fuzzy skin might look strange, but just beneath it is where most of the fruit's flavonoids and fiber live, the very parts that help clean your arteries and support gut health, which directly affects your circulation. You don't need to eat the whole peel, but scraping the fruit close to the skin or blending the entire kiwi in a smoothie can make a huge difference. Try adding it to a morning shake with cucumber or spinach, and you'll give your body a triple boost in hydration, nitric oxide production, and anti-inflammatory power, all in one glass. Now imagine this. It's been 2 weeks since you started eating 2 kiwis a day. You wake up, you stand, your legs feel steadier, your feet aren't icy, your fingers, once pale and stiff, now move with ease. This isn't a miracle, it's biology. You didn't take a pill, you didn't join a gym, you just listened to what your body needed: warmth, flow, and fuel from the right source. Because kiwi isn't just a fruit, it's a message, a gentle nudge from nature reminding you that even now, no matter your age, your condition, or your habits, it's not too late to restore what time tried to take. You can feel strong again, you can feel warm again, and above all, you can feel alive again. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You're waking up, and for the first time in a long time, your feet don't feel like blocks of ice. Your fingers wrap around your coffee mug, not with stiffness or hesitation, but with control. No tremble, no numbness, just presence. You stand up and your legs feel steady. You walk to the window and you don't hold the wall for support. You breathe in, deep, full, clean. You don't feel old, you feel alive. And none of it came from a prescription. It came from your choices. Because that's the truth that no one repeats enough. You're not powerless. Your body isn't broken. It's waiting to be fed the right way, waiting for nutrients that stop the decay and restore the rhythm, waiting for your blood to move again, not in a rush, not in panic, but in peace. And when your blood flows, life returns. Memory sharpens, sleep deepens, skin warms, muscles firm. You stop surviving and begin living again. Every fruit you just discovered carries more than vitamins. They carry instructions, messages written into nature, designed for repair, designed for someone like you, someone who still wants to feel strong, focused, steady, and free. The goji berry, the pomegranate, the kiwi, they're not trends, they're tools. And every time you choose them, you tell your body, I'm not giving up. Not to pain, not to numbness, not to time. So let this be more than a video. Let it be a return to movement, to warmth, to dignity, not the kind the world gives you, but the kind you give yourself when you take back control. And if this message touched something in you, a memory, a fear, or maybe a hope you thought you'd lost, then please share it, because someone out there is feeling the same cold in their hands, the same silence in their legs, and sometimes what saves a life is a single warning at the right time.